Hello. Today we're going to check out the make noise Strega.
Didn't understand nothing. The keyboard player thinking in harmonies.
Nice. So the make noise Strega is an extremely weird product. It is designed to be intentionally obtuse. You'll note that not everything is labelled, very much unlike the No-Coast, which you may think looks confusing to start with, but everything is labelled and kind of explained. With the Strega, there is a deliberate design decision to be slightly obfuscating, and symbology is used to hint at interconnections. But interconnections are not implicitly stated necessarily, and that is an interesting thing. It says that the Strega is the kind of instrument that you are supposed to interact with without a complete understanding of what is happening. And so it's not actually that relevant that I do the whole explainer thing, except to say at its basis level, it comprises an oscillator with a wave folder, a delay that has an exceptionally wide range and can be really crunchy and lo-fi, and a filter, which filters the delay. Also an LFO, and also these funky little touch point controls where we have sources in circles and destinations, and by touching a source and a destination with your skin, you create an instant patch point. There are a few other little things, like it does have an audio input up here, and we can really drive stuff into it, and it also has a sort of sub-octave-ish generator which you can patch in, or you can use to modulate things. You see these little dividey, slicey arrows here are implying that that is the sub-octave generator that you can route into stuff. And what it excels at is this kind of huge emotional drone. It is big, bold, burnt. It is on fire. If you play it by itself, the kind of subtle things it can do, but really it excels at doing Strega-like things. It tells you what to do. So I think it's maybe more valuable that today I just mess around with Strega and friends, other stuff. And I'm going to mess with it with a small modular, I'm going to mess with it with a large modular, and I'm going to mess with it with the no-coast a little bit as well. So in this example, we have a little Eurorack modular system built to modulate Strega and also provide some rhythm and samples and ringsy accompaniment. What I'm doing is I'm using the Polyen preset, which is a sort of stepped voltage generator where I have experimental firmware in here where I can push the stage and tweak up to 9 different parameters. And so it's a really good module for modulating Strega, and it's going to allow us to hear what the kind of modulated sound is. So if I turn this up, we hear a twiddly little melody, which is the Strega being played by the preset because it is a quantized voltage generator. Simple enough. There is some modulation here of the tones, because I have another lane going in here. And if I mess with the activation, it furs up the sound and drives internally. So that otherwise quite sort of meek static sound can be furred up, which is interesting. That's something the Strega provides. Let's listen to what the delay is doing. Oh yes. That's really rather lovely. A little bit of animation of the filter.
Understand nothing.
Nice.
The keyboard player thinking in harmonies. I held with my bass drum 10 fingers at once. Must be freedom. You cannot just shrink your chords, but you can also add a third parameter to. Free to do it in up and down, and I thought this is the innovation.
Oh wow, that sounds like applause. Thanks, Strega. Very nice of you to say. So here's the sample of Herr Schneider being ringsed. And the ringsy output goes into the input, so it's being injected into the Strega. You're not hearing the Strega's oscillator, just rings plus the input stage. If I run it through the delay, Here's a slightly kind of Clarky example. Doing lots of different stuff, including using its LFO, Strega's LFO, as an envelope, and in order to control the absorb amount. And the filter. And I've got rings, also responding to the same 1 volt per octave that's driving the Strega. I can blend in rings. Yeah. Nice. Frogs. It's like sort of weird rain on the caravan roof. Perfectly normal. Okay, this is a little bit different. What we're doing is we're taking the master output of Strega and we're putting it through a low-pass gate. This is the Tacarb 2 LPG being triggered by the 4MS quad clock distributor. So we can chop up the Strega. Oh, that's nice. Because of course Strega drones, it's a drone machine really, so interesting to chop up a drone machine and then blend it with other rhythmic elements. It's a really nice thing to be able to do with this. Yeah. Nice. So here we have the MicroBrute running variously gate and pitch and pressure into the no coast and the Strega. And the no coast output runs into the Strega. So the Strega is the last thing. What happens then? Many things happen then. So that is Strega, mainly. Although there is a bit of modulation of the tones. Goodness gracious, I very nearly swore. Oh my God. So, in this extremely complicated looking system patch, I've got my System Noir, which is a modular that I've been putting together, which is being joined by the Strega, as you can see. This whole thing looks very complicated, but really is just a few elements. I've got some drums from the Apex, and I've got this kind of gnarly riff, which is the Turing machine playing the Strega but being quantized by the ornament and crime. This is the Plum Audio 1UOC, and that is the sine output, which is being driven by the Guillotine and Z5000, so that I've got this direct output which I'm creating a voice with using my system. But at the same time, of course, the Strega is doing its own thing internally, and the output of the Strega comes into one of the mixers, and so I can blend in the Strega's sound too. So these extra outputs, the sine and the kind of sub thing, you can blend with your other stuff. So I'm triggering the Strega with the pulses from the Turing machine, and it's actually, the pulses is triggering a channel of maths, which is right under here. Sorry maths, but it's one of your cohorts on top. It's nice. nice Walkerbug controlled filter there. Blending in that siny variant. Really nice. Yeah. Ace.